Discs, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays. Historically, they've been the most reliable way to store, distribute, and sell a form of media, whatever shape that may take. To many, the inner workings of a disc are a mystery. Looking at one of these, it's a movie or a game, music, etc., but really, at the end of the day, it's data. Millions of ones and zeros that form files, folders, subfolders. And it's the data that makes all the difference. Consider this: PlayStation 1, Sega Saturn, hell, even the 3DO all used CD-ROM technology. Same format as a CD you'd buy from your favorite recording artist, back when that was a thing. But of course, despite being the same format, they're programmed to only work on their respected hardware. But that doesn't mean the disc won't be read. Actually, there's a lot of PS1 games that you can pop into your CD player and it will play the audio tracks from the game. It's like a soundtrack. Some Sega Saturn games would play a warning message.
Warning: this disc is for use with the Sega CD system only.
The Sega CD game Sewer Shark had a hidden message. If you put the game in a CD player and select track 2, you'd get this strange message. Which played backwards is
Number 9, number 9, number 9.
It turns out it's a hint to take 3 left turns at the beginning of the game. Then there are times where clearly something made it onto the disc that was never supposed to be there. In Tiger Woods 99 on the PlayStation 1, a 5-minute clip of Jesus vs. Santa, a video short by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, which predates South Park, was on the root of the disc. You couldn't access it from your PS1, but if you put the disc in your computer, you'd make the discovery fairly easily. This resulted in a mass recall of the game, which likely cost EA a ton of money. But today we're going to take a look at a strange audio track on a game from one of my favorite series ever. This is one that I've seen bounced around online several times. I've seen a lot of rips and copies of the raw audio around, but I really wanted to replicate this for myself, so I picked up a copy of Mortal Kombat 3 for Windows 95 and DOS. Yep, that's right. So let's take a look. Since we're playing just the audio tracks, we're going to pop it in to the old Sega Saturn and play the last track, track 47. It starts off with a weird song that feels very out of place in a Mortal Kombat game, followed by a strange voice. Unfortunately, we can't make out anything he says, because, of course, it's in reverse. Things are always more creepy and mysterious when they need to be played back in reverse.
'Tis the voice of the Lobster. I heard him declare, "You have baked me too brown, I must sugar my dear." As a duck with its eyelids, so he with his nose trims his belt and his buttons and turns down his toes. When the sands are all dry.
Very strange. This track, though on the disc, isn't accessible by playing the game, but only by popping the disc in either a CD player or browsing the disc on a PC. It turns out the poem recited by the strange voice is actually a poem called "'Tis the Voice of the Lobster" by Lewis Carroll, most famous of course for writing Alice in Wonderland. The poem itself actually appears in chapter 10 of the novel. Okay, so we know what it is, but why? Look, I'm gonna level with you. No one knows why the hell this voice track is on the disc. It didn't show up in any of the other Mortal Kombat 3 releases. To be honest, it's probably Ed Boon and company trolling and having a bit of fun as they usually do. Truth is, Mortal Kombat is no stranger to weird secrets in their games. They outright embrace them. The character Ermac was created based on an error that would occur in the first Mortal Kombat game that showed a red ninja with the name Error Macro. This wasn't a secret character or anything, no, it was a glitch. A glitch that has since become canon. There was something about Mortal Kombat that had this mystique to it back in the day. Things like fatalities, which are a staple of the series, you had to discover those on your own. Word of mouth around the arcades was such a large part of the appeal. The entire reason animalities were introduced in Mortal Kombat 3 was because of many fan rumors that Sub-Zero could turn into a polar bear and attack the player as a fatality in Mortal Kombat 2. Hidden characters from Reptile to Jade, Smoke have always been a hallmark of the series. Noob Saibot, another secret character, is literally just the last names of the two people who created Mortal Kombat backwards, Boon and Tobias. There's long been a tongue-in-cheek element to Mortal Kombat. As violent and as graphic as it is, it's never been a series to take itself too seriously. Who could forget Cooking with Scorpion?
This week on Cooking with Scorpion, learn about chopping, tenderizing, chopping, cake decorating, and chopping.
And track 47 from Mortal Kombat 3 isn't the only mysterious and unexplained audio from the Mortal Kombat series. Back in the 90s, around the time Mortal Kombat 3 was releasing, a strange audio track surfaced online that allegedly was made by Ed Boon and explains why fan-favorite character Johnny Cage was absent from the game. The track is simply referred to as Johnny Cage's funeral.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to mourn the death of Johnny Cage, killed at the hands of Kintaro during his second Mortal Kombat.
The file can be traced all the way back to at least 1996, but maybe older, as it was apparently a piece of promotional material for Mortal Kombat 3, which was released in 1995. It's all speculation though, as the exact origins of the audio track to this day remains a mystery. And though Johnny Cage was not in either Mortal Kombat 3 or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, on the arcade menu under Audits and Transformations, you can find text that reads, "Johnny Cage transformation activated," which led some to believe that Shang Tsung could morph into Johnny Cage. But it was just a red herring. So what I'm getting at is, the Mortal Kombat team has a history of putting in strange and weird things into their games, oftentimes just for the sake of doing it, to troll, tease, or just to mess with fans. So as much as I'd like to believe that there's some deep, profound meaning for the reason of "'tis the voice of the Lobster" being hidden on the disc, the truth is, it's just the Mortal Kombat team fucking around.
Wins. Fatality.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Deep Cuts. As always, please let me know what you thought about it, and hit the like button if you did enjoy it, and then consider binge watching the rest of the Deep Cut videos using the playlist to check out stories just like this one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.